Good afternoon, everyone, and happy Friday. Hope you guys got a nice weekend planned. It is Valentine's weekend, so if you have a significant other, then you're probably going to enjoy this weekend. If not, stay at home, watch some horror movies, or watch some romance movies, or, play some Magic online. Starting the list off with Hakeem Loreweaver from Mirage. This is up 50% from $199 to $299. Now, this is a Mirage reserve list card, and it was a very cheap pickup, and still is now. We have Royal Assassin from 4th edition. This is up 53% from $284 to $437. Now, this was one of the original cards printed in alpha and beta, but if you want copies of those, you're looking in towards the $5 to $1,000 range, and even the revised edition one now is around $12 average market price. This sometimes hitting $22. So this price right now for 4th edition is relatively cheap, but it could be seeing incremental growth over time. Cosmic Intervention, this is a Kaldheim Commander card it's up 62% from 209 to 339, and this is one of the cards that you can only find in Phantom Premonition, but you can also find them in some of the collector boosters as well. Heart of Bogardon, wow, I said that terribly. This is a reserve list Weatherlight card, up 70% from $176 to $3. Still a fairly cheap pickup for a reserve list card from that set. Ring of Immortals from Legends, this is another reserve list card, up 72% today from $74.89 to $128.94. Wandering Mage, another card that's on the reserve list. It's from Alliances, and this card is up today 84% from $271 to $5, seeing new all-time highs. Still a relatively cheap pickup if you can find copies for under $2 or $3. Lightning Dragon from Urza Saga. This is a reserve list card, and it was the original foil. This is up 87% from $949 to $1776. Now, there's a lot of interest in dragons because Kaldheim brought some of that dragon tribal back, especially with cards like Goldspan Dragon, and this is why you're seeing some more movement here today. Urborg Stalker from Weatherlight. This is a cheap reserve list card, and it is up 89% today from $167 to $316, but you can still find copies of this for under $2. There's some near my local game store that I may pick up maybe in a next video or so, and I'll show you guys how much I get. Torrent of Lava, this is a reserve list card from Mirage. This is up 94% today from $153 to $298, seeing new all-time highs. And this is a good board wipe that destroys any creature without flying. Floodwater Dam from Alliances. This is another reserve list card up here today from 95% from $127 to $249. And it's still one of those fairly cheap reserve list pickups. Yawgmoth Demon and from Antiquities, this is up 109% from $14.99 to $31.47. Still nowhere near its all-time highs of 2018 when reserve lists and old cards were being bought up. Glamerdye from Eventtide, this is up 114% from $257 to $552. And one of the reasons for that is because it's in an Orval, the All-Form deck, and it's seeing a lot of play in these decks right now, especially the Orval copy decks. Afia Grove from Mirage, this is up 114% from $257 to $552, seeing new all-time highs. And this is a card that deals with counters, so there's a lot of ways you can actually break this, and it's a reserve list card at that. Shivan Dragon from 5th edition, this is up 152% from $106 to $268. And if you actually look at the price compared to revised, it's still fairly cheaper. The revised copy is $24.14 and on the average price, and if you actually compare it, it's actually fairly cheap in comparison, and it's still the original art. Landcap from Ice Age, this is our number one card, and it's a reserve list card from Ice Age, is up 206% from $145 to $444, and this is a card I've actually mentioned as a pickup that I think that people should consider in a video in a few weeks back. So it's actually funny to see this at its number one price point, but it doesn't surprise me as a good Ice Age land. Now I'm going to show you some of the pickups that I got over the last week. Here are some pickups that I got this week. Yes, that is my name. Doxing myself, Matthew Robinson. Store pickup in Toronto, which is the city I live in. So I had to do a double check to make sure that the cards were all there. So they had to get me open it while I was at the shop. But yes, there are some reserve list cards here, along with some cards from Alliances, Legends. I was just really going for older cards, and there is some foils in here from 7th edition, because 7th edition is that set that I always talk about when it comes to getting those nice old crispy foils. So we have Chaos Harlequin, Alabaster Potion, Flash Flood, Ghosts of the Damned. And these, yeah, looks pretty good. Near mint. Great card from Legends. And we have Giant Slug, because why not? Giant Turtle, I was like, well, I'm in a giant mood. Why don't we get some Giant Slugs? Giant Turtle, and we have Glyph of Delusion, Glyph of Life, Glyph of Reincarnation, Hornet Cobra, Indestructible Aura, Rust, Shelkin Brownie, Spirit Shackle. I just came out of the cold. My lips, they can't even move right now. Spirit Shackle, Subdue, Wall of Vapor, Cycle of Life, Ember Wild, Caliph, and we have our foils here. Nice Grave Digger from 7th edition. I love the old borders there. Great card. Raised Dead, another card that I was talking about previously in one of the market movers. Regeneration, another card that I think is a pretty decent spec. I just picked up one of each. And then I got these for a friend because I'm trying to get him to build more Angel decks and Commander, because that's his favorite. He loves White Angels. That's his theme that he likes. So I got him these two cards. I said, you know, these from the new set, I think you're really going to enjoy them, and you might make some use out of them. So that is my purchases of the week. All right, back to the market movers. Now we're going to take a look at today's biggest loser, and it is a card from Arabian Nights called Old Man of the Sea. And the first thought that I had when I saw this, I was like, isn't that the book by Ernest Hemingway? But it's actually Old Man and the Sea, so I was actually off when I thought that, but it's very reminiscent of that name in general. So this is down 48% from $500 to $252, seeing a nice retraction, but it is a reserve list card, so one day I can see it hitting those price points again. But right now, people are starting to realize maybe that's just a little too much of an ask to price it at that high, and it just wasn't seeing the amount of interest that people were hoping when they were listing it on TCG Player. And now for my final thoughts on the market is it looks like we are still getting some reserve list bias, but a lot more of the cheaper reserve list cards, because I think a lot of the more expensive ones are being bought up already and they're seeing new highs every day. So people are thinking, well, you know, I want to get into the reserve list, and the easiest way to do it for me right now is just buy a bunch of cheap copies and just kind of hope that they'll see the same trajectory over time as the regular reserve list cards do, and I think they will. They are collectible, and they're hard to find. A lot of near mint condition cards of these from older sets, especially like Four Horsemen, and now you're even seeing cards from Alliances go on this list a lot, and Mirage, and eventually they will continue to see new all-time highs. But until we see Time Spiral Remaster or any sort of confidence back in Wizards of the Coast, where they stop printing collectible cards and just kind of print cards that are, you know, for the game, and then let the market decide what they want to do with their money. And until then, I think people are just going to keep buying reserve list cards. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great weekend planned, and I do these videos Monday to Friday, so I'll see you on Monday, and I hope you guys enjoy your weekend, and please subscribe if you're not subscribed to the channel, comment, like, and I will see you in the next Market Movers. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you do, remember to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And if you enjoyed it that much, maybe you'd like to tip me. I have a PayPal link that you can send me tips if you enjoy these videos, and I can keep bringing them to you that way, and it could help my cardboard crack addiction. So please think about supporting the channel in that way. If not, subscribe, like, leave a comment, and I will see you again in the next video.